off for the ladies, right fielder number 5, Mackenzie Cox.
Welcome everybody to Mork Softball Field here at Ed Carusi Stadium. Easton Allen and Sydney Cox with you on the call once again as we're just about ready for Bulldog softball this weekend as Ashton Strother gets us started with a first pitch strike.
Yes, and she is currently facing off the leadoff batter for the ladies, number 5, Mackenzie Cox.
I heard you're a big fan of hers, Sydney.
I am. I am a big fan of hers. And I like to joke around that she's my cousin, but it's just we're very similar players. She's obviously much faster than I was. But just her energy is a lot of fun to be around, and she's done a really good job for this ladies team.
Yeah, Mackenzie Cox, the 5'5" senior lefty from Alexandria, Louisiana. She's batting .462 on the season. That's essentially the top average on this ladies roster. And she has been really solid this year. She's looking at a 2-2 count right now.
Yeah, and she's lots of speed, so when she gets on base, I mean, you can almost expect a stolen base to follow.
That one kind of fouled off.
So 2-2 count here to Cox.
And Ashton Strother gets the strikeout.
First one of the game so far. I can expect that we're going to see some more here today. But who knows? Who knows? As number 3, Catherine Stokes, comes up for her first at-bat.
Coming into this matchup, Centenary 13-16 on the season, 8-4 in the SCAC, as they are currently in 4th place in the standings. Of course, TLU 11-1 in conference at the top with an overall mark of 20-2. They're on a 12-game winning streak coming into this game.
And honestly, I was going to say where Stokes was from, but then I looked at it. Easton, I went, can you take a crack at that?
Catherine Stokes, sophomore, 5'2", from Natchitoches, Louisiana. I think that's pretty close.
I think that was pretty good. Pretty solid.
It looks
a
like
lot better than what I could have done.
It's a lot like Nacogdoches, but a little different.
Spelled completely different.
Yeah. If the Stokes family is listening, you can drop in the chat if that was pronounced correctly or not. I hope it was close at least. But
safe to say we won't be saying it again.
It's a one-time thing. Sydney kind of put me on the spot there too. 1-2 count. That one fouled off from Stokes. Playing at second base today.
We can see it's a really great day today. 81 degrees, sunny, wind blowing from right to left.
And Stokes strikes out looking. The All-SCAC honorable mention last year, but second straight strikeout for Estrada. But yes, a beautiful day for some Bulldog softball. About 80 degrees out here. The sun is shining. Count number 10, Jaden Thrasher will ground this one to second base, and Kaylee Clark flips it over for out number 3. So a quick 1-2-3 inning for Ashton Strother as we'll go bottom 1 to beat the TLU lineup. Please stay with us. Welcome back, everybody, to Mork Softball Field at Ed Crucy Stadium. Kaylee Clark leading off the bottom of the first for TLU.
Yeah, and she's facing off against Alexis Roach. Is that bunt / soft slap attempt went foul there. Alexis Roach coming in today with an ERA of 6.22. She's appeared in 8 games, and her record is 1-3. And she's going to be facing a really good Bulldog lineup here. I'm surprised that we didn't see another pitcher like Anna Scarbrock or Emma Shepard. But I think, head coach for the ladies, Whitney Patterson, is just kind of seeing something that maybe we don't know about yet in Alexis. So excited to see her out there.
Yeah, we've had a few times, too. I think last time we were on the call, when we had some Austin College pitchers surprise us. So you never know. These other SCAC teams, they are improving. Centenary came off one of their best seasons last year, finishing 18-24, and so far this year they're around that mark. So
yeah, and back to the pitching. I remember when I played at Hardin Simmons, we went to play against ETBU, who is a
popped up there from Clark.
But ETBU, a very good softball team. I think they're ranked right now 5th or 6th in the nation. And we didn't pitch, our quote best pitchers or number 1 or 2. We pitched someone who had a drop curve that we knew would keep the ball in play, and so it's all about strategy, really.
Yeah. So now number 24, the center fielder Andy Kay is up. Kay's been hitting the ball really well this year. On a 10-game hitting streak right now, and during that streak she's hit over almost nearly 800 from the plate at 793.
That's crazy, really. I mean, and she's using her speed, and similar to what Clark does, just putting the ball on the ground and just making the defense make these really tough plays. So it's really exciting to see her do as well as she has done.
She slaps that one foul. And another thing to note on Kay, she was a switch hitter last year. That's kind of transitioned to a full-time lefty slapper, and it's paid off for her.
Yeah, for sure. Last year we saw her hitting right-handed, primarily switching to the left sometimes, but this year, I mean, she's just seeing the ball well. She has a good plan when she goes up to bat, and she executes very well.
That one bouncing up to the plate from Roach for ball 2, I believe.
Yep, Roach is a sophomore from Pineville, Louisiana. Now, unlike their series against Austin College, we're not going to know where most of these towns are.
Anybody listening on it was 2 weekends ago, broadcast, we kept having, I think Sydney was quizzing me on where the towns were. I'm a South Texas guy. Sydney is from Dallas, right? Am I correct? Yeah. So a lot of North Texas girls, and she kind of knew where all the towns were. I felt dumb up here. But none of us have the upper hand today.
Yeah, we're both done.
As Kay strikes out swinging there. Good pitch from Roach. And quickly 2 are down for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Roach just really stretching that outer part of the zone, getting the ball away from these hitters. I mean, this Bulldog lineup, looking at it right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so far 6 lefty hitters in this lineup. And that's not exactly easy to pitch against.
So now Kylie Jack is up as she is having a breakout junior season. 5th in the SCAC with a .456 batting average. And 2nd in homers with 3.
Yeah, she's done a really great job. Last year in and out of the lineup, her first year in and out. But this year just really settling in with that spot. She's actually starting today out in left field. Which I almost
Changed
said
for
that
her.
she was the DP,
Yeah,
but
that's where we normally
she's
see her.
starting in left field.
That one again bouncing up to the plate there. Is catcher back there is Jaden Thrasher for Centenary.
Yeah, and she's doing a great job blocking those balls, keeping them in front. It's just a good habit to have, even with no runners on.
Comes the 2-1 pitch from Roach. And that one, this is a bit high. Ball 3, good eye from Jack.
Yeah, that's what I've always liked about Jack is she just has a really good knowledge of the strike zone, and she's a very patient, watchful eye when she is up to bat.
The 3-1, and looked at for ball 4. So Kylie Jack will give the Bulldogs their first base runner. So after the Jack walk, now we'll bring up Tatum Seath, and we're going to have a pinch runner for Jack.
That'll be number 3, Harley Russell. Getting her in the game early. Normally, she doesn't pinch run until later into the game, but I think head coach Wade Wilson just looking to get on the board early here.
Tatum Seath now at the plate. She's in the DP role for this game 1.
Yeah, and it's exciting. She's done really well. She's been hitting the ball super well. And so she's definitely earned her spot here as a DP.
Runner goes, it's Russell, and she just gets in there in time.
Great throw by Thrasher back there. A really great throw, but I think Russell just with a really good jump got in there and able to beat the tag, really. That's all it was.
Still a 1-1 count at the plate. 2 outs and a runner on second for the Bulldogs. And Seath swings through that one for strike 2.
Yeah, Seath, I mean, I know we say it every time, but I still have to remind myself, Seath is a transfer from UTSA, so we're excited to have her here playing. She's done very well.
That one rolled up like a bowling ball and hit Seath on the foot.
You know, if I'm going to take any pitch, I really want that one to be it. I really do.
Yep.
And the fun part is she doesn't have to move out of the way. As long as the ball is
It's a strike, basically.
in the batter's box, then she does not have to move at all. So
It's a strike in bowling. So runner goes. Here's Russell to third, and no throw will be made as Seath's able to advance as well.
yeah, great job there with Ortiz showing bunt and kind of miscommunication there by the third baseman and the shortstop about who has the bag, and Russell just taking advantage of that. And unfortunately for the ladies, that's just not an out. That's not a base that you can give up.
Back to Ortiz here as he's down 0-2. We'll say Roach has done a pretty good job. She hasn't allowed any kind of solid contact yet through this inning, even though she's in trouble here.
Yeah, 2 free bases, you know, definitely not ideal, but getting in an 0-2 count right now is really key.
Soft ground ball to second, and the throw over in time as Ortiz is retired. The Bulldogs strand 2 as we'll go to the top of the second. Still scoreless. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Mork Softball Field at Ed Crucy Stadium. Top 2 as Ashton Strawther gets back to work as she's facing off here against number 25, Abigail Hodson.
Yep, Hodson, the DP for the ladies today, as swings through that one. And really I would say my advice for the ladies right now, last inning, Strawther pitched through 13 pitches. I think my goal is to just make her throw a lot, get into some long at-bats, just kind of up her pitch count, wear her out. That would be my plan. And if I'm Ashlyn pitching, well, I'm just going to keep doing what I've been doing and just keep throwing the rise balls, getting ahead in the count, and just staying dominant. I don't really know how she does it, but she does it.
A 3-time All-American, 2-time academic All-American, and 3-time SCAC Pitcher of the Year. And it would not surprise me if we see her get her 4th SCAC Pitcher of the Year as she gets her 3rd strikeout through 4 batters right there as Hodson goes down looking.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised either if we see it again. I'm sure other teams in the SCAC will be happy when she leaves, so that way someone else can get it. But, I mean, an ERA of .8, and she's 13-0 on the season. I'd say she's done a really great job.
So 1-0 count here is Bella Dominguez is now at the plate. Senior from Newark, California.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Not all Louisiana on here. Got a couple of Texas girls on here, and then one from Cali.
Two. And then where'd her name go?
Mackenzie Clark, too.
Yeah.
We always play this game. We love knowing where people are from.
It's more fun that way. It makes the game more personal.
Exactly.
Like I am their friend.
1-2 from Strawther goes a bit high, and it's going to even the count at 2-2.
I think I may have my count wrong.
So, foul tipped off the screen there from Dominguez.
Yeah, carry on, Easton. I'm wrong.
I just go off the scoreboard, so as long as the scoreboard's right, I'm going off that. Dominguez batting .326 this year as she pops it up, and that's just going to get out of play.
And it's like she heard me, It's like she heard me because now she's coming into the 8th pitch of this at-bat here. So love seeing that. And it's also worth mentioning, last year, Easton, the ladies were the team that broke the 66 win streak.
They were.
By the Bulldogs. It was on their home turf, and I mean, it was pretty crazy. I don't know if you
I think we were on the call for that game.
No.
If I remember, we weren't?
No, they played in Centenary.
Oh, that's right. I could have swore we had a home game last year that the Bulldogs dropped, but this one grounded to Leal at short. That throw was in time for out number 2.
I think we were. I'm just trying to remember.
I think you're right about that was the first loss of the season. But I swear we had a game last year.
Well, actually, I don't even think.
Now batting for the ladies, number 1, Mallory South.
We could go.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was the 66-game SCAC winning streak.
Yeah.
They had a loss earlier that season to Hardin Simmons, and maybe to St. Mary's or someone. But I don't remember what game we were on.
For fun, I'm on the 2023 schedule right now.
Yeah. Mallory Stout, center fielder for today, quickly behind in the count, 0-2.
Yeah, a little over a year ago, they dropped the game that broke the SCAC streak was the road game at Centenary. They lost 7-6, so you're right about that one. And I keep scrolling through here. Yeah, then the Bulldogs had lost to St. Thomas at home, 8-3, later in April. So I knew there was a home loss we saw, but when those are just your 2 losses in the conference, I mean, it just shows the dominance the Bulldogs have had. As Strawther gets out of that inning as well, we will go bottom 2. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Mork Softball Field at Ed Crucy Stadium as Courtney Bellinger leading off this inning. Chopper to short and a 6-3 putout to start this second inning.
Yep, swinging at the first pitch she saw and just gave him an easy out right there.
Batting third baseman number 8, Reagan Hillis.
I'd say Roach is doing a really good job. You know, last inning she gave up some free bases, but then she came right back Ortiz, getting her down 0-2 and getting a weak ground ball to end the inning. So she's done very well.
Now here's Hillis, a bunt, pops it up. And nice effort there from Thrasher, going full extension for that one, but
Yeah, she killed it.
it looked cool.
It did. Kind of a little bit of a scorpion effect, but I think she was okay. I love the effort.
Mm-hmm. So now back to the plate here is Hillis will try to lay down another bunt and it just goes off. Hillis has been so good at that this season on her bunt attempts.
Yeah, and
She just makes it tough on the infield.
honestly, Easton, because my mind is a scatterbrain, just going back to that diving effort, you want every out that you can get against this team.
Yeah.
So the effort she gave was not, oh, I just want to catch this ball. It's, I know I need to catch it because if I don't, they can really do some damage if we give them another chance. So
Yeah, you're right.
my 2 cents. Carry on with your thoughts.
Yeah, Reagan Hillis, 4th on the team in RBIs as she will hard hit ball there, a bobble from short. She kept it from going to the outfield, but Reagan Hillis will reach on the infield single.
I'm calling it an error. Sorry.
You think so?
Yeah.
That was a tough ball to play.
It was, and she honestly smoked it. But unfortunately, shortstop Sandiford just could not hold on to it. No worries, fans. No need to yell at us in the comments.
No.
We're not the ones who keep the stats. So if you have someone to yell at, go yell at that person.
Runner goes. There's Hillis and a pretty good throw. That tag, though, they say was not applied in time. I'll tell you what, Thrasher is playing a heck of a game behind the plate right now.
I'm honestly really
I thought that was it.
shocked.
I thought that was an out.
I thought it was too.
I know this is a TLU broadcast, man, but sometimes
Oh, I can be
Yeah,
unbiased. I'll give it to you. But I think for me is Hillis was trying to slide behind the bag, but the throw, I mean, it kind of delayed perfectly. And so they were able to tag her. But I think because they tagged her up, like around her shoulders, that's what made the umpire call her safe.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Kind of interesting.
So now Taylor Vanette at the plate. She's doing the catching duties this afternoon for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and I'm a big Taylor Vanette fan. I am. I love just, you know, her presence behind the plate. She's got a great arm. And so I've been really excited to see her kind of work her way into this lineup this year.
2-1 count here. Third base playing in tight as kind of jammed there. And
Kind of
what
late
happened there?
call.
Yeah.
So Vanette, I think it hit her, but the field umpire didn't see it, so he didn't call it. And, you know, whether it did or not, I don't know. But she sold it enough to where the home plate umpire was like, yeah, that's a dead ball. So, honestly, I think she probably could have beat it out, if I'm being honest.
Hillis was already at a third. She was ready. 2-2 count here. The pitch from Roach is low. Throw down to third. Another really good throw. And then Hillis, too far of a slide. She came off the bag, and the tag was reapplied in time. So the ladies get the out. Your thoughts, Sydney?
Well, I'm just curious as to what maybe he's arguing, because I think, well, truthfully, I think she was double out. I think she was out when she slid in, and then I think she was out whenever she slid past the bag. But, I mean, honestly, kind of just a really unfortunate out and not what you want to see, especially with the game being 0-0. So kind of not very good because now we have 2 outs and a runner at first instead of 1 out and runner at first and second. So,
but Vanette is able to draw the walk, so puts another base runner aboard for Lindsay Leal with 2 outs.
Yeah, and another thing is the Bulldog team, they run very aggressive. And so I think that's good, but now seeing how good Thrasher is, maybe you got to take it back a little bit. That's kind of my thoughts. We'll see how that changes throughout the game, if they change their game plan or anything like that.
So yeah, we'll ground that one foul on the slap. It's 0-2 now.
Yeah, Roach, she's done a great job. I mean, this inning, she's thrown a first pitch strike every single time. Really, this whole game, one of the first 2 pitches has been a strike, so that's really good. Has allowed a couple free bases, but she's been able to work her way out of it, which is really, really good. How many times can I say really good in a thought?
Put the over under like a 10. I mean, we talked about this last time. I mean, when you're on the call for so long, we all are going to pick up our own tendencies of words and phrases we say a lot. I said mine was fouled off a lot. If you see a foul ball, I'm going to say fouled off a lot, numerous times. A bit outside as Leal lays off to stay in it here.
Yeah, Broad's just working that outside part of the plate, getting these hitters to reach a little bit. But also, I mean, the umpire is kind of giving her a little bit off the plate too, so definitely got to use that to your advantage as a pitcher.
Leal fouls that one away, and it's still at a 1-2 count. Vanette at first. Kaylee Clark on deck, waiting.
That one even snuck back in on Leal too, so kind of tossing them with the outside bait just to try and jam them up on an inside pitch.
Leal again, just getting a piece of it.
Yeah, I mean,
working the count. Definitely
a piece of it, because I don't know if you heard it, Easton, but she hit it right off the very end of her bat. So if I'm Roach, I am going to just keep inching my way off the plate as much as I can.
Whoa, that one got away from Roach, and Vanette's able to steal. It has a natural reaction right there.
It was. I don't think I've ever seen you have like a natural reaction like that.
It's like I'm playing.
Well, I guess I have some natural reactions when I go, wow. But yeah, 2-2 count now here to Leal. Hoping to get a 2-out run across the board.
Leal will swing here. It's going to bounce not through, but Coach Wilson will wave Vanette home, and she is in there safely. And Leal gets the RBI.
Yeah, great job. I mean, really a great job by the shortstop Sandifer to stop that ball from getting to the outfield, but Vanette just not stopping and kind of catching them sleeping. Sometimes you make a play like that and you're like, oh, okay, like we're good, yay, I stopped it.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, that runner decided to keep going.
Coach Wilson almost came home too. He was right there with Vanette.
He does that sometimes. It's pretty funny.
Now Leal will go for that one. Another really good throw from Thrasher. I mean, I tell you what, I mean, normally these Bulldogs, get, especially guys with, the girls with speed, like they easily get to second, but they're going to have some
loving it.
Some competition today.
It's kind of making me anxious, all the drama.
I mean, every throw's been a good one from Thrasher.
I mean, on the dime, she is killing it. I'm just waiting for this umpire to give her one just to be nice and say, good job.
I want a bit off the mark, and shortstop had some trouble with it.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just a tough play already for the shortstop because she has to try and beat Leal to the bag, who Leal is really fast, but she has to beat Leal to the bag while trying to catch the ball, while trying to tag her. So it's really hard, and Leal just, she takes it with so much ease.
Clark showing bunt here, 1-1 count now. Backing off and fouled away.
Yeah, Clark, today I feel like she's kind of going more to a small ball approach than what I've seen her do before. So I'm curious now with 2 strikes if she kind of continues maybe that soft slap route or if she just drives one up the middle.
Pitch from Roach and grounded back behind the plate.
Yeah, I mean, she's just trying to get on top of the ball, which is good. She wants to, but she's almost chopping at it, which can also be good, but unfortunately she's just missing it. She missed it in her last at-bat in this one, so just needs to find a way to make that adjustment.
Clark, the SCAC hitter of the week this past week, and she's going to beat out the throw there with her speed. And Liao will come home.
Yeah, great job just hitting the ball on the ground. I mean, like I mentioned earlier, slappers need to put the ball on the ground and put pressure on this team. And that's exactly what they're doing.
So the Bulldogs with a little 2-out rally going. So they got 2 runs across now. Now we have Andy Kay coming up the bat.
Yep, Kay struck out swinging her last at-bat against Roach. Looking to kind of continue this little hot streak they have.
That time a little bit of a hesitation from Thrasher, and it's probably the last person you want to do that against with Clark.
Yeah. Because I honestly was excited to see that matchup, honestly. But yeah, I think she just didn't have a grip on the ball and double pumped it. So I guess we'll just have to wait till next time.
Yeah.
Hopefully she catches next game.
Clark was about to go 3, and then the throw went over the head, and Clark just decided to stay back regardless.
Yeah, I think, she had started kind of preparing to go back once they threw it, and then with the overthrow, I guess she just didn't think that she could make it that way in time.
So back to the plate here with Kay, 1-1 count. Clark at second, 2 runs already across in this bottom of the second. Clark will play games with Thrasher again.
Yeah, and I mean, even what I'm seeing now is the ladies have just kind of completely changed their defense. Like, Sandifer is pretty much almost entirely in the 5-6 hole, just so that way she can try and cover the base. But, that leaves the whole middle of the field wide open.
That one low. Clark might have been a bit late on that one, but the throw was just not there in time.
Yeah, really, I mean, Thrasher is just, she's throwing dimes, so one of them's going to fall eventually, but Kay with a 3-1 count here, and I can expect we'll see something special if she does walk.
That one right down the middle as Roach makes it go full.
Right down the middle is correct. I do not disagree there.
Okay, what though? These TLU batters, I mean, they've almost every at bat, besides I think Bellinger's first pitch swing, and they've made Roach work. Bunt laid down, and Kay, wow, does not beat it out. I thought she might have made it in time. That would have been the 3rd run across, but instead, the inning will end right there. Strand Clark at 3rd, but Dogs get 3 runs across. We'll head to the top of the 3rd. Please stay with us.
Hi, Coach Miller. All right, welcome back to Mork Softball Field here as Ashlyn Strother remains in the circle as she will face number 24, Morgan Dawson, the third baseman for today's game. As she takes that one for a ball, so the count is now tied at 1-1. Strother with 4 strikeouts so far today. Being very efficient, only throwing 30 pitches. Has not allowed a base runner yet, so ladies definitely need to respond now, especially after giving up 2 runs last inning.
A pretty good spot by Strother, but good eye from Dawson there, third baseman.
Yeah, absolutely. A great 2-strike pitch off the plate, and Dawson with a really good eye there.
Another one, this time inside, goes full. Haven't seen too many counts worked this much from any lady batter yet, but Dawson doing that right here, and earned the walk.
Yeah, great walk there, something we don't see a lot from Strother, but it's a base runner for the Gents, and that's exactly what they need right now.
I hate to say it, Sydney, but you might have jinxed Ashlyn. I don't want to be rude or anything. No, because normally I'm the one that messes it up.
You know what? I accept.
Yeah. It was still a bit early, regardless. But
I accept. I can accept my failure and
we got to hold each other accountable.
Absolutely. And you know what? I will go up to Strother after the game and I will personally apologize. Just like I told Amanda White that you messed up her no-hitter.
So now we got number 15, Brooke Sandifer at the plate as Bland grounded out in front of the
Sack
plate.
bunt, I believe.
Oh, yeah, true.
Sandifer having a day today at short. You know, she's probably have gotten most
She's
of
been
the
busy.
Yeah, most of the plays. She's made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's had 5 balls hit to her. And, I mean, has just had to deal with stolen base after stolen base. So she's, you know, figuring out how to hold her own and doing her best. And also trying to add on to get one on for her team.
That one fouled off the screen as Sandifer this year batting .278. It looks like she had maybe been missing time earlier this year or just now been in the lineup a lot as she's made 9 out of her 10 appearances have been starts. She pops out there to Leal.
Absolutely. And we've seen it here with this Bulldog lineup. There are people who don't have as many at-bats or games played, but yet they're in the lineup. And I think timeout here to discuss the plan for number 5, Mackenzie Cox. She's hitting .462. A big threat. I believe we have some notes on her.
We do.
Would you like to share some of those, Easton?
SCAC hitter of the week of April so far. Second in the nation in stolen bases and in the SCAC behind Kaylee Clark, of course. So we got 2 of the fastest players in the country with us today, so that's pretty cool. 4th in the SCAC in batting average, like you mentioned, with .462. She leads the conference in triples, hits, and runs. So she's an all-SCAC first-teamer last year, too. So she's on pace to be a first-teamer again with those numbers.
I mean, yeah, I love watching her play. You'll hear me say it this whole entire series. But just her energy, you know, her, for lack of better words, her psycho, pumped-up energy. I mean, everyone needs a player like that on their team, and that's what she is. And it's fun to watch. I mean, you have been calling these games with me, and these games can get pretty boring if there's not someone who's pumping you up, you know.
Exactly.
So she makes it interesting, and that's what we need. It's what everyone needs in life.
So now we got a 2-1 count. Runner on second, 2 down. Definitely a big moment early in this one. Strother misses away there. It goes 3-1 now.
Yeah, they're working really far off the plate from her. I honestly want to say that they're even like unintentionally, intentionally walking her just with how far those balls are off the plate.
And
I mean, you can see how excited she gets. Like she ran.
She took off
to first base. I mean, that is Mackenzie Cox for you. Oh, I'm so excited about it.
She's gonna be on the Sydney Cox first team list. If you had a ballot.
Oh, that would be so fun.
By the time we get to, because fans, if you don't know, the conference tournament is NCAA game where TLU is hosting this year. I think by the time we get to the conference tournament, you should make your just all Sydney team, just your favorite list of players, favorite lineup.
I love that so much.
Just gave you a new idea.
But to be fair to the players, I'm only going to do the players that I've seen.
Okay.
So I'm not going to do.
Yeah, it's got to be your favorites. I mean, they might not all be the top players. Some might, but it's your favorites.
Yeah, people I like. Okay, I'm here for that. I can do that.
As that one's popped up, gonna go out of play. Runs to first and second now for Catherine Stokes is who they, I guess, wanted to get to, but she's had a good year in her own right. 323 batting average. Stokes, another solid player in the top of this order. 2-2 count here, and she kind of loops this one in front of Strother. Liao has to come up and make the play, and she cannot make the throw in time. That one might have been able to be played by Strother, but I know fielding quite isn't her forte at times. And now the bases are loaded. I tried to say that nicely.
Well, and it's not. And because it's not, she doesn't try and do anything. You know? So, yeah, that play could have been made. But because of who she is, and if you know Ashlyn, you know what I'm talking about, you really don't want her to risk injuring herself by going to field a ball that, you know, is just whatever.
I mean, and you have Legal and Clark backing you up, too. I mean, you have a great infield that she relies on, so she's not alone out there.
For sure.
So now 0-2 count here to Jaden Thrasher, who we've been raving about behind the plate on defense, and now here she is, down 0-2. Strother just misses outside. Try to get her to chase. Thrasher was the SCAC hitter of the week back in the first week of March. 5th in the conference in RBIs, but there she strikes out from Strother. That's number 5 for her, and she strands the bases loaded. Big time at bat for Ashlyn as we go bottom 3. Bulldogs still ahead 2-0. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Mork Softball Field. Bottom of the 3rd. As we got.
Excuse us for being delayed. I got excited talking about Game of Thrones again.
Someone in the booth with us hasn't seen it, so all of us had to explain to him how it's the greatest show of all time. We hope you all agree.
Absolutely.
It's got everything.
That is perfectly said, Easton. It is the greatest show of all time. Like, period, point blank, mic drop. Like, no question.
Like, Breaking Bad's good, The Office is good, but it's not.
It's nothing.
It's not Game of Thrones.
It's
level.
nothing. It's little peasants compared to Game of Thrones. Anyways, Harley Russell just walked.
In other news.
4-pitch walk there from her.
Yeah, we'll shift our focus back to softball while we're here today.
Unfortunately, fans, once I start talking about Game of Thrones, it's hard to stop. But Roach still on the mound. Cease up to bat. Russell at first. All right, we're back in it.
A 1 count to her. Bulldogs looking to push the lead as we get into the middle portion of this game. Game 1 of the doubleheader as Seath with some power into that ball. And that one is gone. Tatum Seath with a 2-run shot over the left field fence. You could say goodbye to that one.
I mean, off the bat, too. It was a no-doubter. No doubter. Ooh, she crushed it.
I got to look at the numbers and see if that was what home run number that was for. That might have been her first on the season. It's her second.
Yeah.
Second
I think
home
she
run.
had one at Southwestern.
So home run number 2 for Tatum Seath this season. And that one, like you said, no doubter over the left field fence.
Yep, and that's going to be it for Roach. So we will be right back as number 8, Emma Crow comes in to pitch. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Mork Softball Field. As like you said, new pitcher in the circle for Centenary.
Yes, Emma Crow coming in today with an ERA of 4.42, win-loss of 0-1 and only 5 appearances.
As that one goes a bit low and inside to Tavery Ortiz at the plate. Crow, a 5'7" sophomore from Croat Springs, Louisiana, as Ortiz will draw the walk.
Yeah, so a quick 4-pitch walk, definitely not what you want to see from your reliever. Kind of one of my biggest pet peeves, if I'm being honest with you. Just because you were just warming up, you know? I mean, and it's been my pet peeve since high school, you know? So I think when you do come in a relief situation, I mean, you just have to go straight to it, you know? Trust your defense. Trust that they can make the plays behind you and leave it at that.
Here's Courtney Bellinger back up. She had that kind of quick out bat last time on the ground out. Takes the first pitch there for strike 1.
Yes, and I do want to mention also we have a pinch runner at first base, Riley Futrell, sorry.
It's 1-1 count here for Cordy Bellinger playing out in right field today. The freshman has made a big impact so far this season. That one grounded hard but foul down the first base line.
And she really does remind me of Maddie Johnson a lot. They're two very similar players. You know, both left-handed. They got a lot of pop on the bat. They're fast.
That one back up the middle, cut off, a tag on 2, and a double play done all by herself over there. So that was Sandifer getting it done.
Yeah, a beautiful play. She made it look easy, too, so that was super fun. It's a great job. I mean, and Bellinger kind of just gave her the perfect ball to do it with, you know. Hard hit ground ball up the middle.
Yep. And it was a big rip at that one. Comes up empty as bases are empty for her with 2 outs.
Yep, but last inning they scored 2 of their runs. Well, all their runs last inning on 2 outs, so not like it hasn't been done before.
0-2 count here. Bulldogs have done well with these 2 out innings. That's how they got their 2 runs last inning. Had the 2-run homer, of course, earlier from Tatum Seath. And we just had a double play to bring us where we are right now. 4-0 TLU. Just a Hillis inside for the first ball.
You know, looked to be a changeup, just slipped right out of her hand.
And a big swing there from Hillis. And that one had some pop. It just went a bit too far, pulled to the left.
Yeah, I'd say. But I think it went out just, you know, foul territory, but definitely got every piece of it. Just a little bit out in front of it, yanked it a bit.
This one kind of jam shot into shallow left, and running up to make the play is Janae Bland. And now we'll go to the top of the 4th. Bulldogs ahead 4-0. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Mork Softball Field, as we got Abigail Hodson leading off this inning for the ladies.
Yep, and we got Strother still on the mound, Russell in left, and other than that, same defense out there as we began with.
A little bit of wind still blowing in here, kind of from the outfield, but also blowing right to left, as a swing and a miss there from Hodson, as she struck out looking last time, and she's down 1-2 here.
Yeah, and a big infield shift for her too. We can see Clark just over there closer to second base.
This one popped up over there in foul territory. Russell, the sunglasses on, makes the play to block out the sun and make the play for out number 1.
Yeah, good grab there in foul territory to get the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up number 27, Bella Dominguez, first baseman for today.
First pitch swinging for her into the gap, a well-hit ball, and that one's going to go all the way to the fence. And a heck of a double there for Bella Dominguez.
Yeah, beautiful hit right there. Just got every piece of it. Drove it right into the gap. Kay did a good job of getting it in as soon as she could.
So now after that one-out double, this will be number 1, Mallory Stout. First pitch from Ashland a bit high for ball 1.
Yeah, and Stout, a lefty hitter as well, which in this situation probably a little more desirable. You kind of want her to hit it over to the right side of the field, move the runner. But it's going to be hard because Strother really has been staying away from these left-handed hitters, keeping the ball on the outer part of the plate, making them reach for it, just as Roach did with the TLU lefties.
The 2 lefties on this ladies roster, and they're both in the lineup, Stout and then also Mackenzie Cox. Fan favorite of Sydney up here.
Forever and always.
That one to go a bit outside there from Strother. Count goes even, 2-2.
The outfield shifted over to left a little bit.
Jam shot there, popped up, and Leal will make the easy play for out number 2.
I think the pitchers today versus left-handed hitters have done a good job of baiting them with, outside pitches, getting them to look outside just to turn around and jam them on the inside part of the plate.
Now this one lined to Leal, and she makes the play again. This one against Dawson, and we'll that'll end the inning right there as Strother strands another runner in scoring position. And Bulldogs will go to the bottom of the 4th, up 4-0. Please stay with us.
All right, and we are now in the top or bottom of the 4th. Taylor Vanette, quick ground out there to the pitcher for out number 1.
Now batting shortstop number 77, Lindsay Leal.
Had to heads it off for like 2 seconds. So it already happened.
You missed it all. You missed game-changing plays.
So now Leal will come up after Vanette ground out. Lindsay had that RBI base hit last time that scored Vanette. Put the first run on the board.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. I mean, that was a good, I don't know how to describe it. Good play, good series of events.
I mean, I still think the Bulldogs should have got 2 runs there with Coach Wilson. That cracked me up. He was He was running down the line with the net. That one a bit high. Liao staying patient at the plate. It's a 3-1 count. Facing Emma Crow for the first time.
Yeah, and Crow just staying off the plate on the outer part of the zone.
One low, ball 4, so Liao earns the 5-pitch walk, and she finds herself on base again. So now we got Kaylee Clark at the plate with Liao at first.
And a throwdown down to second, even though Liao stayed put. I mean, she's not the first one to fool the ladies' dugout, you know.
Now she will go, and slide will be in time as Lindsay gets the stolen base.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if, you know, because of the calls earlier in the game, if Thrasher is maybe just not as confident, second-guessing herself. I mean, don't get me wrong, that throw is awesome. But I do wonder if that is kind of playing a part into her game at all, or if she just throws it off like whatever.
Clark with the pop-up, and play made by the right fielder.
You know who it is.
That's Mackenzie Cox. See, I didn't even know she was in right field. I had to check. You should have just said it for me.
I'm telling you, we're literally twins. The only difference is she's fast and I'm slow. That's the only difference. Otherwise, both played right, both really loud, and both left-handed hitters.
Same last name, too. You got to throw that in there.
Oh, yeah, of course. Can't forget that we're cousins.
Now Andy Kay at the plate with Liao still at second, and Coach Wilson will have a quick chat with her.
For a second, I couldn't find the shortstop. I was like, where did she go? She fooled me. She's playing magic on me.
She's back.
Yeah, runner at second here and an 0-1 count for Kay.
Got a ball there. Kay 0 for 2 so far with the strikeout and ground out, but a chance to bring home Liao with 2 down.
Yeah, and I mean, especially with Liao at second base, the middle of the field is completely open.
Kay with a liner, but on the move. And there is Mackenzie Cox making the play once again, and that's going to end the inning.
And that's such a great catch, too. Like, the way she was positioned and just her jump on the ball, because honestly, I thought it might have been able to land. So a really good job. Nothing I love more than some good outfield.
That's going to end the bottom of the fourth. 4-0 still our score. We'll go top 5. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Mork Softball Field. Top 5, Ashton Strother going back to work. So this one's popped up by Janae Bland, and Clark makes the play for out number 1.
Now batting number 15.
And now number 15, Brooke Sandifer, made a lot of good plays at short today. Junior from, junior from Denham Springs, Louisiana.
Oh, nice.
Don't know where that is, but
Me
you know we always got to shout out the hometowns.
Sounds cool. One thing I've loved about Sandifer is her range. She's been able to get to a lot of balls today in the infield. You know, whether the plays were made or not, she's still getting there.
Mm-hmm.
And I always tell, you know, kids I coach, that's task number 1. I mean, if you can get there, that's huge.
That is strike 3 looking as Ashton Strother gets number 6, I believe.
Now batting for the ladies, number 5.
I
From
can
my
confirm.
unofficial count. There we go.
From my count as well, unless we miss something crazy.
Got Sandifer looking, and it's 2 down for Mackenzie Cox. 0 for 1 with the strikeout, and then got the walk last time.
She got the walk with 2 outs, I believe.
Mm-hmm. It was the intentional walk,
Yeah,
like you said.
for sure. And I think now, you know, with no one on and 2 outs, now's the time to really go at her.
Now 0-2, here's Cox. 4-0 TLU lead. Strother looking to get her to chase, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, and it's never a good feeling to be behind to a pitcher like Strother, who, you know, she's so good that you're just kind of unsure.
And there it is, strikeout number 7 for Ashlyn Strother, as we will move to the bottom of the 5th inning. And that was a quick 1-2-3. We'll go bottom 5, 4-0 still our score. Please stay with us.
Hello, fans, and welcome back to Mork Softball Field. We have number 3, Harley Russell, leading things off here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Bulldogs need to score 4 if they want to run rule and end this game early, but I have a feeling that we'll be going all 7.
Russell gets a hold of this one out the center, but play is made relatively routine for out number 1.
Yeah, and I think the most frustrating thing is
14,
today with, you know, these slappers that have so much speed, they keep putting the ball in the air.
Yeah.
And, you know, it kind of just defeats the whole purpose. So definitely looking to see if any adjustments are made going further into this game and then next game as well.
1-0 count here to Seath. Had the big 2-run homer last time. But I think that was last time we saw Roach as well. So this is Seath's first time seeing Crow. One count here. Another pitch. Hit hard to short, but right at Sandifer. And the throw was a bit high, pulled the first baseman off the bag, and I think that's going to be a E6 there.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough one because the throw was so bad. But then also, I mean, maybe the first baseman could have made the tag, but
Yeah.
I think the umpire called it safe before, so.
Seek is aboard with 1 out, and now Tavery Ortiz 0 for 1 with a walk in her last AB. Right back up the middle. And, ooh, Centenary. Some miscommunication there as Crow a little bit slow to make the throw over to second, but also no one was really covering.
Yeah, there's a huge
Now batting for the Bulldogs, right fielder number 4,
miscommunication.
Maddie Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, you really can't even put it. I don't know if you could put it as an error. I bet our stats person is just.
What'd you put it as, Sydney, unofficially?
Well, I said fielder's choice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, maybe E6. But I mean, it's a mental mistake.
Yeah.
You know, so.
That's what we'll call it as.
Mental mistake.
For now.
Yes, absolutely.
So Ortiz at first, Seek at second for Courtney Bellinger. Actually, that's Maddie Johnson now, pinch hitting for her.
Very good call. See,
They look the same.
Why would he do that? I would have never known. I would have never known.
You were right, Sydney. I mean, for a second, I thought it was Bellinger until she took off and I saw the number 4.
Wow. That's savage.
So don't give me too much credit. I only knew because I looked at the number. 0-2 count here, though, to Maddie. As that one goes high for ball 1. Yeah, Bellinger had a couple of ground outs, including the double play last time. So now Maddie Johnson getting a crack at it. With 1 out and 2 on. Slow grounded, but a pretty good placed ball. And yeah, that's going to be an infield single there for her, and the bases are loaded.
Yeah, beautiful base hit there. You know what? She did what I have been complaining about that the rest of them haven't done. Just put the ball on the ground, and just with her speed, the way it was placed, I mean, there was just no play.
Pinch hitting for the Bulldogs, number 40.
Now Serena Gonzalez be called upon here to pinch hit for Reagan Hillis. We saw Serena get a huge base hit, I believe, in a pinch hit opportunity last home weekend.
Yeah.
So she does well in these spots.
Kind of broke the game open. Yeah, I remember it. I was very excited.
Back in the sweep over Austin College. His first pitch there from Crow is a strike.
Wind blowing hard in. So
Yeah.
I think you can go ahead and take any long ball out of it.
We say that, yes. I think there's been some time, especially last season, where Serena's power still might be enough. I wouldn't underestimate
you never
her.
know. I mean, I say the wind's blowing.
But
It's
I
not a
agree.
chance.
The wind is blowing pretty hard in from center right now. But bases
Just
loaded.
out of
though.
nowhere, too.
Yeah.
My papers went flying.
1-1 count. Got Seek at third, Ortiz at second, and Maddie Johnson at first. And Serena delivers once again on the pinch hit opportunity, as Coach Wilson will send all 3 home, as Johnson's in to score as well. A 1-out, 3 RBI double off the bench for Serena Gonzalez.
Tuesday.
Little sketch impression over there at second. If you know, you know.
And if you don't know, you should probably look it up, because everyone can't shut up about it.
Probably the most famous dude on the internet right now.
Absolutely. Yeah, just crushed it. I mean, she hit the ball well. And she hit it in the perfect spot, too, because it allowed everyone to score.
Now we got I think Reagan Hillis back out there for at second. Now Taylor Vanette's turn. 7-0 our score now.
And I mean, now, Easton, now we're in walk-off potential.
Yeah. 1 run away.
We went from this game.
You thought it would be 7.
I did. Will I be corrected?
Well, got a pop up there, and that's going to be out number 2. So
Uh-oh.
some drama, but not really
See?
right now. These are always my favorite moments. Like, you got walk-off potential, exciting end of the game, but at the same time, it's not a close game.
Yeah.
It's a weird dynamic, but we love it.
Trying to see who this is. It might be number 18, Jana Reed.
Then sitting for the Bulldogs, number 1, Mia Landry.
Oh, I stand corrected. All right, so Mia Landry is in right now for Lindsay Liao to pinch hit. She's working with 2 outs and a runner on second. Wind is blowing from right to left for her.
It just keeps on changing. I think it's bipolar today. It's just
It is.
Sometimes it's been blowing left or right to left, or it's been blowing straight in from center. I was playing some pickleball earlier. The wind kept affecting us too. So, oh wow, Landry, that one ripped down the third base line, and that's going to score another run.
And
that should do it.
game
Yep.
over.
So Mia Landry with the walk-off RBI base hit as the Bulldogs get the 8-0 victory in the run rule in the bottom of the 5th. 8-0, and they made it look easy in game 1.
Absolutely. And they corrected me. They said, no, Sydney, 5 innings.
That's all it took. So that's going to do it here from Ork Softball Field for game 1. We got game 2 of the doubleheader in a little less than an hour, so don't go anywhere. Go get a snack, and we'll be right back with you for game 2 of the doubleheader and the series. Final score from game 1, 8-0 TLU. We'll be right back.